Tell me when you...
He's on air now, so...
We're on air.
Yeah, we are on air. We are live.
ISIS. There you go.
Thank you for your input, Michael. What car should Mitchell go in?
Mitchell...
I'm pretty sure isn't he in a car anyway? Or is he meant to be in one?
I think he is, isn't he? Hang on.
I'll check the website, I'm already there, mate.
I'm gonna go fast.
He is in... No. Where is he? Where is he? He's not in the list of drivers.
He's a reserve.
So yeah.
He's a reserve.
What car should he go in then?
Renault.
Renault for Mitchell. Cool. Are you alright to put the stream in the chat?
Oh no, don't go Renault because Guinness is coming.
Okay.
Put him in the hash. Yeah, put him in the hash. I'll put the stream in the chat. Don't worry about that.
Thank you. I have a viewer. It's probably Mike. Paul.
Might be. Renault Guinness. I'll say that.
Hello, Mitchell.
Hello.
In the lobby, in the stream, pretty quick. First person in. Right. We're just waiting for Guinness and then we can go. I'd have thought. Unless Elo's coming. Is Elo coming as well?
I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure he said he was. I'm pretty sure Elon said he was. He said and me.
Yeah.
I think. Did he? No, that was Mitchell. That was Mitchell.
But you were asking questions earlier.
Okay.
I'd imagine he's coming.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna wait for Guinness then. Hello, Ash, and well, we'll see, Mitchell. We've got a long practice and qualifying to go. Warlock's in as well. Good. Thank you, Covis.
Is Swam here?
He should be. He was earlier. Yeah, he is. He's below chill drive.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Guinness is in the game now.
Not in the lobby yet, though. Once Guinness is in, we can go. We'll see, Ash. See if you can make it past turn 3 today. If you can't make it past turn 3 on your practice run, I'll be very concerned. GFP with the Savage. No.
Where's Guinness?
I was gonna say, where is Guinness?
On my screen it's still 0, by the way, so...
Yeah, it says 85 on mine though, and anybody watching the stream can see it says 85. It's the thing with the game's fucked up. Only the lobby host can see the actual AI difficulty. There we go. Just gotta wait for Guinness to choose car. There we go. Let's go. Ready up, everybody.
Opening Zauber, as Robin has pointed out.
Oh well.
So, any reserve can go there if he wants to, or Red
If they
Bull or
if they
Willy.
join, but let's see if they join.
Yeah, all the current reserves we have. Chill Drive, which is new. Who is new? Joined today.
Who replaced what's his face in F3? Nicola, yeah.
I was F2.
That was F2. Okay.
It will be KLC 73 with Mitchell getting promoted to the first reserve, and then we have Chill Drive as a second, and Robin and Eli are going to stay third and fourth for the whole season, no matter who joins, because...
Oh, it's because they can't commit to every single week or something.
Yes.
Okie doke. That explains a lot.
Just want to start saying the predictions we had before pre-season. It was the 5th of August actually, when Zatan said his top 5 or top 3 really, as he didn't have a clue of the... He said Ash Best would come out the world champion with a Warlock in second, the reigning champion from last year, and Guinness in third. So I think all 3 drivers are here today.
They are.
No points awarded for this race.
No, but it's still a good indication of everybody's pace, though.
And I had my go of the predictions. I said Jay Marshall, who is I believe ERL Nitrous, his new PSN. I said that he will.
He's fairly quick. He is fairly quick, actually.
And then Warlock again second, Ash Best in third, Guinness in fourth, and Tom Killer in fifth. Then the reigning champion Warlock said the same day that Alice Killer is gonna win. Again, Warlock in second from Warlock himself, so Warlock in the top 2 so far. And
Warlock doesn't fancy his own chance of winning the title.
Yeah, Nicola obviously cannot get third this season.
Ash Best, first guy out on track, by the way.
Ash Best, the first driver out on track.
Out on a set of hard tyres as well, I believe.
For Cynthia.
I believe that's hard tyres, I might be wrong.
Hard tyres are not
Yeah, hard tyres.
available in real life.
Well, they were for this race, they're just not anymore.
Yeah. I'm just turning down my TV volume.
No, I was going to say, yeah, I can actually hear your TV through your mic.
And yeah, he said Nicola in third. Interestingly, Johannesburg in fourth, and Ash Best in fifth. So Ash Best as well on the top 5. No other predictions so far.
Vitanova's come out on a set of hard tyres as well. I think everybody's coming out on hard tyres to start with. Oh, Mitchell's on mediums actually. Tell her light.
Not the mediums.
And Chill Drive, who's on mediums as well.
Let's see what he can do. He was very excited about this. Yeah, and now he's in the lead.
Nice lag mic, by the way.
Sauce.
Who's the first guy on track? There we go.
Alice Killer making his predictions, and he said that Warlock's gonna come out on top with Peter in second, Swam in third, Tom Killer in fourth, and Ash Best in...
Nice lag.
The lag, jeez.
Yeah, the lag is horrendous, mate. So we've got Ash Best, first guy to actually go around on a lap. On the hard tyres, as are most drivers that come out on track. With the exception of a couple. They've opted for the mediums. I personally wouldn't have gone out on the hard tyres, as I find them useless in the race around here as well. I'd have just stuck with tyres that would be useful in the race, so the mediums and the softs. And Mike, I cannot hear you at all. Coming through the final chicane on his hard tyres. Interesting to see what the first lap's going to be on the hard tyres. No, he dives straight into the pits, Ash Best. It seems a bit strange. You might want to pit for mediums then. Bit strange that he's gone out, done a lap, or pretty much completed a lap on the hard tyres, and then dived straight into the pits at the end of it. Don't know whether he had a problem with his setup or whatever. As I always forgot about the delta on this game being broken, so we don't actually know who's putting the fastest laps. Wonderful. I love this game sometimes.
Yeah. I think my lag is better now. Close the data on the phone.
Yeah, that sounds a bit better. I have no idea who's actually putting a lap. There we go. Chill Drive's on a 122.2 on medium tyres. That's the only problem with this game now. Having to scroll through the entire list of drivers to find who's done a lap. Vitanov 23.4 on the hard tyres and is improving again on this lap, 3/10 up already. Calic Riss did an invalidated 24.3 on the hard tyres. Warlock seems to have had an absolute mare on his lap. 141, invalidated 141. 123.9 from Sumi. I'm having to guess who... Oh, that's a good lap from Gronisbeer. 121.6 on the hard tyres is pretty quick for a first lap.
Indeed, that's pretty decent.
Well, that's the fastest lap of the session so far. I just have no idea who's where in terms of position because of this wonderful game. So you can find somebody who's going around on a fast lap and go on board with them if we can. Let's have a look at Chill Drive, see if he's on a lap.
Can I be heard?
Oh, Chill Drive's in the wall! What a time to go on board with him. The pressure of having the cameras on him. He's run wide out of turn 3 and the car's just spat him into the wall. Practice session over already. It was the exit of turn 3. Ran very wide, got on the runoff area, and his car's just... it's just gone from him, pretty much.
Oh man, what a disaster for the newcomer.
6 minutes into the practice session and we're already a man down.
Only 2 laps on the board for him. It's not gonna see him anywhere near the top, I don't think. Anyway, 22.2 on the mediums.
I don't know where that could put him. Maybe because towards the end of the session, people will be going out on soft tyres and doing qualifying runs. So
yeah,
his time's not going to be representative of his pace. So he's still a mystery to us as to whether he's going to be good or not. How quick he's going to be compared to the others.
yeah, I think it's 2:22.2. Will be beaten by most guys on the softs at the end of the session as we have a restart in F3.
Oh, do we? What's happened in F3 then?
No idea. As Alice Killer comes around the final corner on the same set of hards. I don't know if he improved.
We'll have a look at his laps. Alice Killer, where is he? It was an invalid 122.4. 22.0 from Tom Killer, that's quite a good lap time on the hard tyres. 21.6 still from Gronisbeer. The time to beat from what I can see.
Alice Killer has got his next lap invalid too.
Yeah, unlucky Chill Drive. You just ran a bit wide at the exit of turn 3, I saw that. We were literally on board with you as it happened.
Yep.
Let's see if anybody else has put in a quick lap. No, still the time to beat is from Gronisbeer. With a very, very quick 121.698 on the hard tyres. Nearest person to that is Tom Killer with a 22.0. See if any of these guys are out on track, any of the quicker guys. Oh, that's a full rev glitch on Maledictus, so let's get off that. Kudan Ash Best, who's come back out on track on medium tyres now. Came out on hards, did an installation, that did most of a flying lap, and then dived into the pits.
Pretty nice helmet Ash Best cover. Beautiful India. I'd imagine that's just for ERL and Wolfshire as well. Nice helmets you see here. Not of the most special occasion, but the first official race of season 3.
I don't know whether GFP had a review on the helmets, but you know what he's like with helmets.
Yeah.
Let's keep an eye on Ash Best for this lap, because he was looking pretty quick on the one lap he did before he dived into the pits. And also try and prove a point after crashing out 3 corners into the last race we did around Spain. A lot of understeer there in turn 1 though, and then oversteer in 2. Whoa, very close to losing it there in the wall. I think the leaderboards might just have updated themselves here. Yeah, they have. So we actually have a good list of drivers here. Gronisbeer fastest, 121.6. Ash Best with a 121.7 on the last lap he's just done, so he was on a flying lap last time. In second on mediums. Robin, 121.8, also on mediums. Tom Killer, 122.0 on hards. Alice Killer, 122.1 on hards. Chill Drive with his 122.2 before he put it in the wall. Sumi 122.9 on hard tyres, Warlock 123.0, Vitanov 123.4, Killuminati 123.8, Wallstrabert 123.8, Maledictus 124.2, Calicris 124.9, Mitchell 125.0, and Ginnis yet to set a lap. That's where we stand so far in this practice session.
After just over 10 minutes. I think we're going to see some drivers going out on the mediums and putting that stint in so they can analyze data and have a good strategy for the race.
Yeah, they can work out which tyres are good for the race pace. I would recommend avoiding the hard tyres at all costs around here, but some people may find differently if they drive around the hard tyres and put in a good lap, like Gronisbeer's done. If his pace is that good on the hard tyres, he could become quite a threat with a one-stop in the race.
Yep, indeed. Maledictus was just doing some pit stop simulation there, or pit lane limiter simulation.
Getting some practice in. He doesn't want to get a stop-go penalty in the race, does he?
Yeah. He's trying to maximise every second he's going to get in the race.
I said I thought Warlock would do that, but he's just slowed down to 35 about 200 metres before the pit board. And
Calicris...
oh, Killuminati's had a bit of a moment on the gravel. Going out of turn 9, he's run a bit wide. Oh, Ash Best has just gone purple. With a 121.599 on mediums. And again, the timing screen is messed up and not in the correct order. It's almost in the correct order, but it's not quite. And it says that Alice Killer's in the lead when he's not.
Riding a wall now with Alice Killer on his Ferrari, entering the 3rd sector. He's on mediums too. That Mercedes lets him through.
Oh, it's a Renault.
Now it's a Renault.
There wasn't a Mercedes in front of him anyway.
Well, it was.
That was behind. No, that was behind. Oh, in the 1st sector, yeah. But
yeah. Let's see if he can improve on Ash Best's time. He comes across the line. And it is a 21.4 to put in P1.
yeah, legitimately P1.
Yep. Almost reminds us of the Singapore GP live timings where Palmer won.
Oh yeah, we said that Palmer had won the race briefly. It currently says that Vitanov is leading the session.
Yeah.
Even though he's put in one lap and it was a 23.4. 2 seconds off what is the current personal best. Still trying to keep an eye out to see whether Gronisbeer comes back out on track. See if we can catch an eye of one of his of a flying lap from him. As he's only a few tenths off the medium tyre runners on the hards.
As Illuminati starts his 8th lap on hards, so a long stint here.
Maybe trying to get some race delta on them, some tyre wear delta.
Yeah, I think tyre will pretty much be invisible on these hards.
Yeah, probably 1 or 2, probably 2% a lap or so.
Yeah, around that. So I think the one stop should be easily doable on the softs and then the mediums.
Well, he's on his 8th lap on these tyres and he's just putting his personal best sector 1 as well, so... Still got some very good pace in them on their 8th lap, these hards.
Yeah, they obviously got quicker in the end on the last game. In the end of the live spam, so...
Gronisbeer is now out on track on medium tyres, so I'm going to keep an eye on him. While he's on his installation lap.
And now I believe Ashbest goes for a flying lap on the mediums. Lap 7 for him.
Okay, he might be trying to get a race simulation on those mediums. Definitely. If he's on his 7th lap on those mediums.
Or is the 7th lap of the session, not sure if it's the same set of mediums or...
I think it is. I haven't seen him go into the pits again during this session. Hello, that one guy.
Might be. Hello to everyone watching the stream.
Yeah, we got 9 viewers.
Half an hour. Nice.
Alright, Gronisbeer is about to start his lap now. His first lap on these mediums. Is he going to do a lap in anger or is he going to try and do some race simulation? We'll find out.
If you guys want to tune in for the F3 pre-season, make sure you go to Singularity Gaming and tune in there for the F3 pre-season. As Alex Killer, I think, put the quickest lap of the day so far, as Tom Killer retires now. Not sure how he done that.
Alice Killer's done a 120.8 on the medium tyres. That's his 3rd lap on that set of tyres as well. First person to break into the 1 minute 20s. Good time that.
That's correct. Is Gronisbeer on a flying lap? I don't
kind of.
think
It's been a bit sloppy. He ran wide out of 3 and used a lot of curb on the exit of turn 5 as well. So it doesn't look like it's a strong lap. It will be an improvement, but it won't be fastest unless a miracle happens.
Okay. So let's see Guinness now. I think he's on a flying lap as well on the mediums too. And Alice Killer is continuing his stint. Oh, and he gets a half spin after the hairpin on the 3rd sector. Just before the chicane.
Oh, Gronisbeer's had a massive moment and lost his left front out of the final corner.
No. Another retirement.
Got wide out of the final corner, clipped the gravel and has hit the pit wall. That car's not in a safe place either, really. Okay, it's managed to move off track. It was on track when I was spectating it earlier. Pushing too hard to try and get a good lap on those mediums and he's completely ruined his session. Retired before he crossed the line as well, so he didn't even get that lap where he was 3 tenths up. Could have been a 121.32.
There's a glitchy barrier as well on the pit wall.
Is that? I didn't spot that.
Yeah, on my screen there is.
I'll see if there's anybody nearby to the pit straight. Okay, Mitchell's quite close. Let's see if it's there where Mitchell goes past. No, there isn't a glitch barrier on my screen. Oh, Mitchell could be back to get held up by a Toro Rosso coming out of the pits. Wallstrabert? Nah. Wallstrabert just about gives him enough space to make turn 1.
Kilomati's done 10 laps on this session so far.
All of them on the hard tyres still. Current best of 123.6. Last 3 laps have been remarkably consistent. Last 4. All been in the 123.6s. So he's working on his race consistency, which is quite a crucial part of any race, really, being able to put in consistent lap times. See what lap time Ash Best has just done. It looks like he's just done a relatively quickish run. Yeah, he's just putting in a new personal best of a 21.553. And again, trying to get some race consistency in. The only problem with these practice sessions is not as much excitement as there is in qualifying or in the race. We're just seeing people drive around normally doing race setups until the end where we have all the qualifying runs come in.
Have been some retirements though, which means a lot of people pushing the limits of the car.
I feel like I've been quite lucky. I've managed to catch 2 retirements while I was on board with them. It's almost as though they know that I'm watching them.
Crash. Pretty interesting, that one, turn 3.
Yeah, Grodis' one was a bit of a weird one.
As Warlock just finishing his lap or just starting his lap. He just finished his lap with a 21.5 on the medium, so 7/10 off current leader Alice Killer.
Yeah, 120.8 Alice Killer's done as his last run.
Seems to be losing a lot of time on the last sector, about 3/10.
Somi's just done his first run on medium tyres as well and just put in a 122.1. Putting him about second off the pace of the fastest lap so far. Chill Drive still in the top 10 despite his enormous accident apparently. Yeah, Chill Drive still is in the top 10 despite his enormous accident. I think he's 8th. Warlock, oh, I don't know whether Ginnis has just had an accident or just doing a installation or cooldown lap, but was very slow out of turn 4.
And the Ferrari of Warlock, I believe, was AI. He got out of the way of a Mercedes, that is. I think that was
Sumi, it's Sumi, yeah. Well, how have we got 11 viewers for a practice session? What is this madness?
Exciting day, isn't it?
All right.
Day of ERL.
First day of testing for ERL. Of course, the full league starts next weekend.
And I think a interesting design.
Oh, there's a bit of a side-by-side battle going on there between Vitanov and Kalik Rist. Vitanov is in the gravel. What on earth was going on there? Vitanov and Kalik Rist were... Where is Vitanov going? He's in the gravel again. I don't know what's going on here.
Turned in the wrong direction.
Seems a bit strange, because it was side by side with Kalik Rist coming into turn 2, and then he's just turned right into the gravel. I don't know what's quite going on there. Seems a bit strange.
Well, another thing that seems strange to me is if you go on board with Force India, you can see... Remember the design the 2012 cars had, with the kind of a step in the front nose?
Oh yeah,
yeah. Well, this shit apparently. Haven't noticed it personally in real life.
Oh yeah, it does. If you go off board, it does have it, but it's not noticeable from T-cam.
No, not from the T-cam, but you should go with the chase cam and look backwards on the side.
Yeah, that's what I've just spotted as well. You can see it.
Ashbest now starting his 13th lap, not having pitted from what I've seen.
Yeah, getting a lot of data on those medium tyres then.
I think he's gonna do like a long stint on mediums and on softs, and then he's gonna go final fast lap on the softs, perhaps.
Yeah, maybe, yeah, race him on both mediums and soft, and then a qualifying run at the end or something. That's probably the way a lot of drivers should be working this practice session, because the track will be at its fastest right at the end of the session.
Yeah, you'd
provided it doesn't rain.
Getting data from softs and mediums, if that's the, I guess, ultimate strategy or default strategy, and then doing a quali run on the end.
Yeah, because you do get 2 sets of, you get 3 sets of mediums, I think, 2 sets of softs and a set of hards.
No, that's depending on your allocation choice.
Yeah, but I think this game does have a habit of changing you back to default regardless of what you, or balanced regardless of what you chose. I had it in AOR yesterday. I chose to go harder, it put me on balanced.
Alright.
I know, nice game.
Chill Drive still in 9th. I'm not sure how legit that is, as he's quicker than P1 at the moment, which is Caligrist.
Yeah, well, the timing screens are all over the place. Don't even bother trying to work out anything from those. Chill Drive, I think, is 8th.
Right.
Maledictus is faster. Alice Killer is the fastest, or is faster. Ash Best with a 21.3. Warlock is also faster than him. Gronus Beer faster, even though he's now out of the session. Tom Killer also out of the session. I forgot that he'd retired. So yeah, Chill Drive is legitimately in 8th position, despite the enormous accident.
Well, I think the first car we see today on softs is Caligrist coming out.
Warlock is also on soft tyres, coming through turn 4 at the moment. Warlock is on softs.
Alice Killer doesn't go fastest.
Nope, nice game.
Quickest lap.
What a wonderful game we have here. I still wish that the spectators had a bit more information. Like what you have when you sit in a garage in practice or qualifying, where you can actually see their lap times and their live delta without having to go to race director. Right, Warlock Mina's coming through the final sector, about to do the first fast lap, or the first flying lap, on soft tyres. Could we see the first lap inside the 119s?
Calic is right behind him on the final chicane.
Okay, so we could see 2 back-to-back very quick laps. Could they be the first ones to break into the 119s? It depends on whether they're doing race or qualifying sims.
See now breaking into the first corner. It's 5th gear for Warlock. Same for 2nd.
I find taking turn 1 in 4th is probably a little bit better, but...
Yeah, same. It wasn't quite flat this
my headset's
time.
fallen off, oh no.
No, it's gone wrong for Johnny.
Oh, I'm back, don't worry.
Now Warlock
I went to go and have a drink and my headset's just fallen off the back of my head.
Warlock now goes to turn 7 and 8.
I'll keep an eye on his lap times as well. He's currently 3 tenths up on his personal best in sector 1, just in sector 1 alone. Sector 2, a massive improvement, and half a second faster than his PB.
Could we see a new name on top of the sheets?
Looks very likely, especially as this sector is the sector where the soft tyres really come into their own. Could well be the first time out to break the 120 barrier into the 119s.
Side of the chicane, he goes into the last corner. Flat opens the DRS and he goes across the line. And it's a 20.604 to put him clear of Alice Killer by over 2 tenths.
By 2 tenths. I thought the lap could have been a bit quicker than that. It was looking very strong. I thought we could have seen the first 1 minute 19 lap, but that's not to be.
So where's Caligrist gone?
Where has Caligrist gone? There he is. Coming through turn 3.
It's a 22.1. So
maybe I'll be doing a race sim then. He was personal best in sectors 1 and 2. Maybe made a mistake in sector 3 somewhere, but he did do his personal best first 2 sectors.
As P2 Alice Killer now goes out on soft, so 16 minutes to go. Most people are pitting and
Alice
going
Killer's on
for...
softs. Alice Killer out on softs as well.
Yeah, I just said that. Lol.
Ignore me, he didn't say he was second on my screen. He said he was fourth.
Oh yeah, I know. Oh, Maledictus is stopped in... I don't know what he's doing there, but I think he's gonna get the score, but now he's moving now. So...
Oh, that's a corner which is quite easy to lose it, to be fair. Especially if you run no traction.
Yeah, well, he was very stationary there for many seconds. I was getting worried.
Probably trying to let people... He was probably trying to let people go through without rejoining and holding people up. Because there were a couple of cars that needed to pass that part of the track. I was speeding into the pit lane there as well from Maledictus.
Yeah, again, like the first time, he's on the limits on the pit lane entry. Maybe just over the limits.
Yeah, he was over the limits there, definitely.
So I think, yeah, that's the Ferrari of Alice Killer now starting his first lap on softs.
No, he's already done what he has done one lap. It wasn't a brilliant lap. It was a 1:21.3.
Yeah, that was on mediums.
No, it says it's on softs.
Yeah, it says, but if you remember we're on board with him.
What a wonderful game.
So
Personal best first sector, there we go, 22.5.
Yeah, 1/10 improvement on these 20.8.
Hopefully he doesn't get held up by Mitchell though in front. I think Mitchell's also on a fast lap as well, so he's going to have to try and overtake him. Of course, Mitchell under no obligation to let him through unless he's going to fly out, but Mitchell does let him through in the end. That would have cost Alice Killer quite a bit of time there.
Oh, there's a Toro Rosso.
Calic wrist is off. That was Calic wrists.
A very demanding corner of turn 9.
Yeah, if you try and take it too much speed through there, the gravel will not be your friend.
Yep. And we'll see the second sector of Alice Killer. It was a 30.6, so not that great. Again, a 10th off shake of his 20.8. Well, let's see now the last sector. I think we will see his name go into P1. So he's opened the DRS and it's a... No, he doesn't improve, so maybe he got invalid. Let's see. No, it was a 20.654.
120.654, so he's only half a tenth off Warlock.
It was not a great last sector. It was still about 1.5 tenths quicker than Warlock, who seems to be struggling on that last sector, but I think all the time lost was the first sector where he's now 400 off. It's a 22.548, but in the background I could see him spinning a bit. A little spinning. The exit.
So keep an eye on everybody else. Maledictus in front of him, in front of Alice Killer on track.
And Alice Killer, I think, is approaching the hairpin of the third sector. I think it's an improvement on the second sector from him. Let's see.
It is 30.4.
2 tenths quicker.
This should put him fastest then. You'd have thought.
Yeah, we're gonna see.
He's got a lot of improvements to make in this final sector as well. We could see a low 1:20 here from Alice Killer. Or Ale Skiller, whichever way you're actually supposed to pronounce it, I have no idea. Yeah, there we go. Comes up saying it was purple. 1:20.406.
So
Again, and not the best final sector though. He was slower in that final sector.
Yeah, bear in mind that was a second run on these tyres, so I think he's got a lot of time on the table if he goes on a fresh set.
Or possibly Ash Best back out on medium tyres, or is he still out on that same set of medium tyres he's been using for the last... Yeah, he's still out on that same set of medium tyres. This is his 14th lap now on this set of medium tyres. He's just put in his personal best lap.
And it's lap 17 for him, overall.
This is 13 on the race director. I can't scroll through his race director.
I thought for who you're talking to, I'm talking about Kilumnati.
Oh, I'm on about Ash Best.
Ah, okay. Yeah, Kilumnati, I think he's got the most laps cracked up in this session.
Is he still out on that same set of hards he started on?
No, he's on mediums.
Oh, he is on mediums now. And into the pits.
2-1 on the last lap.
Going to get as much race delta as possible by the looks of it.
I think it's just quicker than Chill Drive. Yeah, it was a 22.2 from Chill Drive. It's a 22.122 from Killuminati, who was dropped from F1 to F2 in after Russia. After Russia, he was promoted up into F1 and immediately demoted after a disqualification from the Russian Grand Prix.
Correct. I remember that incident well.
So now he has to go a full season on the F2 series as Ashbest goes quicker with a 20.364.
Really flying. I reckon he has actually pitted for a fresh set of mediums. Because he is absolutely flying at the moment. He is on mediums. Absolutely flying at the moment, Ashbest is. All of his laps in this session have been done on medium tyres, and he's just been getting quicker and quicker and quicker.
What a middle sector from Ashbest. He was quicker than the soft runner of Alice Killer and Warlock, I believe. Yep, over a tenth quicker than Warlock on the middle sector. I think the timesheets again are corrected.
Not quite. It says Callet Wrist is fastest on my screen. Otherwise, I think they're otherwise I think they are completely correct. So Ashbest, Alice Killer, Warlock, Suomi, Gronisbeer, Maledictus, Tom Killer, Killuminati, Chill Drive, and Robin is the top 10. And there's Callet Wrist is in there somewhere, which he should be with a 22.1. Yeah, that put him 9th.
10 minutes left in the session.
So Ashbest is coming in again, so he's probably going to fit some soft tyres to go to the end of the session. As I think he might have used at least 2 sets of mediums.
We were expecting the Ferraris to be very strong, and indeed they are with a 20.6 from Warlock, and in P2 there's Alice Killer with a 20.4, so top 3, 2 and 3 for Ferrari.
6th and 7th for the McLarens
good
as well, they seem quite strong, Maledictus and Tom Killer. And Tom Killer yet to do a quick lap on the softs. Currently his personal best is on the mediums with a 23.9 apparently. No, 22.0 on hards, there we go.
Yeah, Ashbest.
Tom Killer was out, of course.
The fourth Indian, obviously his teammate Mr. Stim cannot make it today, so we're gonna eagerly be waiting for his pace in Australia. He obviously is go-karting now, I believe, so...
Yes, he did put that in the chat, he is off go-karting, lucky sod. Ashbest has just said we'll have to wait till qualifying for his soft laps. Oh, don't leave us in surprise that much, Ash. You need to at least have some form of idea how those softs handle. Whether you do what you did in the hards and just go out, do a flying lap and then pit at the end of it.
It would be a bit helpful to see the, how's it called?
The kind of pace they have, yeah. Would be quite helpful to see.
Yeah.
Oh, Ashbest is having lunch now. I don't think he'll be going out for the rest of the session, as we only have 8 minutes to go.
He's back deep now, so we'll be seeing him in about 10 minutes in qualifying.
Well, this is just reminding me of all the ILR commentary where Ashbest is clearly just in catering at the moment. So Killuminati's come back out on a set of mediums. He'd done a few laps on mediums, has pitted, and has come out on yet another set of mediums. And has just put in his personal best sector 1 of a 22.6, so maybe trying to get a qualifying run in here.
320,000 quicker than his personal best.
Alice Killer's just done a 19. First person into the 119s is Alice Killer. 1 minute 19.865 from Alice Killer on the soft tyres.
That's a very good lap.
Yeah, for a practice session that is very quick. Hopefully that'll mean that his qualifying laps will be well into the 18s, we hope. Oh, Illuminati a little bit early on the power there, coming through the chicane. Probably doesn't cost him too much time.
Illuminati over the line. Let's see. I think he goes P4.
1 minute 21.1, which on the medium tyres is not too bad of a lap.
It's not. But it's not P4, I don't think. I think it is.
I don't know about this game because the deltas are funny. No, because it said... What? Now it says he's 5th. Make that 6th. So it says that Walstrabert, Ginnis and Vitanov are all fast. And Robbins now just got himself in 4th. This game is absolutely brilliant. I have no idea what's going on. No idea who's where. I'm going to assume that Illuminati's lap I think is put in 3rd. Behind Alice Killer and Ash Best. He's faster than Suomi.
Where's Warlock?
Where is Warlock? Warlock is apparently down in 15th. He's on 120.6, so he's technically 3rd actually.
Yeah, I think Illuminati is 4th.
Yes, behind Alice Killer, Ash Best and Warlock.
Yep. Let's see, will we see a Ferrari?
Well, both of them are in the pits at the moment.
Yep.
Literally just went to Alice Killer and saw that he was queuing in to get into the pit box.
Top fire in the garage right now, with just over 5 minutes to go. And I think this is the time where people will start going into the pit lane and...
Yeah, Illuminati's also just dived into the pits. Will be time for the last blast qualifying runs.
I think Illuminati is just going to crack over 20 laps if he goes out again and does a couple of laps.
Mitchell's not far off from the amount of laps. Mitchell's onto his 17th lap of the session. Getting plenty of race pace delta. Out on the soft tyres. Vitalov having a bit of a moment out of turn 3. Almost did exactly what Childrive did. Robin onto his 13th lap. Maledictus on his 8th. Jin is on their 10th lap. And has just had a moment out of turn 5.
Walstrabert into turn 3.
Warlock's going out on a fresh set of mediums.
Interesting.
Very interesting. Probably doing what Ash Best is doing and hiding his qualifying pace then, potentially.
Maybe, I don't think he's going to be doing 20s in qualifying or 19s. I think he's going to get into the 18s, probably.
Probably a fair shout to make. But yeah, interesting that he's gone out on the mediums, hiding his qualifying pace, unless he intends on qualifying on those medium tyres.
Oh,
and as we say, it's just started raining. That might also be why some of the drivers have come out. I'm not sure, potentially.
Drops.
If one of the drivers in the chat can actually inform us about some of the weather forecasts, because we have no idea on Spectator Cam.
I was about to say, I really want to see Childrive's pace, because I know what everyone's done on time trial, and I know that Childrive is one of the quickest, well, 2016 at least. I don't know if his pace is gonna hide in 2017, but I think he's the one to watch, although he's retired early in the session. At 22.2 is definitely not all he can do.
Mitchell, is that the prediction for qualifying is light rain? Because if it is, then that will really spice things up.
Mitchell, you're 21 to go.
It's not bad time. Ginnis is out. Where's that crash occurred? Suomi's out as well. Oh, they might just be retiring. Oh, Warlock's got on the curb and almost had the same accident as Childrive, the exit of turn 3.
Reversing now and back onto the track.
Testing the grip on those medium tyres. Race prediction was dry for the race, says Childrive.
Okay, thank you for the information. We'll see how that goes.
Not sure about it for qualifying, but yeah, I think it might be time for intermediates pretty soon, so we might see a couple of little intermediate drivers going out for one lap. They don't have time really. There's only 1 minute and 55 to go.
Yeah, they're not going to come in.
Unless they're out of the pits now, they're not going to get round and do a lap.
I think most of them are coming in now. So
yeah, so I reckon that's going to be the end of the session.
Just started, so it's heaven up, or however you call it.
The heavens are open.
Very quickly.
I did just have a bit of a weaving moment. Having a bit of fun down the back straight, it seems. Hinters are still 9 seconds slower, that's fine then. Well, there's no time anyway for you guys to do runs, there's only a minute to go. Drive for qualifying as well. So there's no real point in anybody going out on Inters, even if there was time. If it's drive for quali and the race.
As a Warlock had a second moment there, he was...
Calic Wrist is stationary at the chicane.
Lovely.
Oh, Maledictus sliding around the final corner. Oh, what a catch that was. Slid round the final corner, managed to hold that brilliantly. These are going to be the last runs then, is these three guys doing their laps now. These are going to be the last 3 laps of the session.
Staying ball with Warlock, who seems to be struggling, as is everyone. Come to turn 3 now, let's see the traction. Yeah, not great.
Yeah, he's really struggling on those.
Calic Wrist facing the wrong way. Maledictus into turns 7 and 8, and he goes into the gravel and he's spun.
Yeah, proves that there's just not enough grip on these dry tyres in these wet conditions. Even though they're still fast in the intermediates, I'd have thought by this point, as it does take a long time for the track to become wet.
But within 3 minutes, we saw that the rain has got that heavy that it's arguably Inters now.
It could well be, but of course no time left in the session for us to find out.
Because a Warlock and Calic Wrist are going to complete these laps.
Maledictus has got AI to get his AI to finish the lap for him. Sliding around the final corner, no, Warlock's off in the gravel. Couldn't get any traction out of the final corner.
And that's not a great way to end off his session.
As Calic Wrist dives into the pits. And Ash Best has finished lunch just in time for qualifying. Well done, mate. Well done.
So I think you're gonna be a bit surprised by the scenes here. Left off, it was bone dry, and now it's raining pretty heavily.
He's had the stream up, so he has been watching, I believe.
Alright, fair enough.
He just hasn't been out on track. I'm just waiting for Calic Wrist, and then we will be able to get you through the practice order. I've had no breakfast or lunch yet, Mitchell. It's like mid to late afternoon. What is wrong with you, man?
And the sheets are corrected again, pretty much.
Yeah, they will be, but I'll do the update once Calic Wrist retires and we actually have the properly 100% correct one. Still waiting. There we go. Right, so there we go. Practice is over for the Spanish Grand Prix pre-season in ERL. Alice Killer, top of the charts with a 119.8 on soft tyres. Ash Best and Warlock, both on mediums, 120.3 and a 120.6 respectively. Mitchell, the next fastest soft runner, on a 121 flat. Killuminati, 5th, 121.1. Suomi, 121.3. And Ginnis, also 121.3, both on softs. Gronis, the fastest hard tyre runner before he put it in the wall, on a 121.6. Maledictus a 121.7 on soft, and Calic Wrist rounds out the top 10 with a 121.7. Robin, Tom Killer, Chill Drive, who of course only got him 2 laps before he put it in the wall, Walstrabert and Vitanov are the remaining drivers.
I have to say Grensberg's time on the hard is pretty encouraging for him.
Considering how early in the session he did it as well. It was his second lap, I think, in the entire session.
Yeah,
And he put in a lap time.
Hard and soft, so about like 2
I was
seconds.
going to say, it's got to be about a couple of seconds, the delta between the hards and the softs. And considering how early in the session it was, it's probably about 3 seconds compared to the end of the session.
Let's see, it's bone dry, so it's not raining.
Nah, I've had the intel to say it's dry for quali and the race.
Okay, so we are ready for some fast laps, perhaps 18s here.
Hopefully we can see some in the 18s, low 18s hopefully. It'd be encouraging if some of the drivers can get into the mid to low 18s for the pole lap.
And obviously Ashbest told us in the chat that he done a
Warlock first man out on track.
Earlier. I think it's probably a Warlock, and I think that's Ashbest following him.
It is indeed. Ashbest in the Force India. And Alice Killer, the other Ferrari, also out on track. So that's the top 3 from the from practice. All first 3 out on track in qualifying.
And Groningsberg out on track as well.
Tom Killer also out. We've seen a massive train of people coming out now on track. Groningsberg, Vitanov, both McLarens out next to each other. Mitchell's just come out in the Mercedes. Chill drives out. So everybody on the early out. But Warlock is the first guy that I'm going to look at, as he is the first guy out on track.
So what are your predictions for qualifying before the flying laps start, Johnny?
Oh, I don't know, because the pace seems quite even between some of these guys. Some of them are hiding their pace, of course, in practice, but you can't really rule out Ashbest, who looked very quick, Warlock, Alice Killer, Illuminati as well. He seems to be hiding a bit of pace in that session. And if you say Chill Drive is quick, then I might be able to put him there, but I haven't seen the pace, because of course he put it in the wall. But any of those, really, it's so hard to call who's going to qualify first.
Yeah, I think we've got an exciting session ahead of us. I'm going to call out Groningsberg, Chill Drive. We see Ashbest, Warlock and Alice Killer. Obviously you can't count them out. Top 3 in practice. But Warlock, first guy to start a flying lap. Let's see how he does.
Yeah, coming through turn 3. Looks like he's got a good line there. Didn't use any of the runoff area on the outside.
It's a 22-1 on the first sector.
Not a bad sector 1 time. Let's keep an eye on Ashbest's times as well.
22-1 as well.
Ooh, 22-115, 22. Okay. Yeah, Ashbest half a tenth up. Alice Killer also with a 22-1. 5 thousandths faster than Ashbest. This could be very close between these first 3 guys out on track in this session. Hopefully Warlock doesn't get held up by the Toro Rosso in front, which I think might be Calic Wrist. Oh, a bit of a slide there coming through the left-hand kink.
Wow, Ashbest over 2/10 quicker than Warlock.
I don't know much about Warlock's middle sector, whether it was good or not, but we'll see. Warlock will be the first guy to post a lap. 1:19.7 from Warlock, first lap. Ashbest is about to cross and beat that with a 1:19.0. And Alice Killer also crosses the line. Doesn't beat Ashbest's time. Does a 1:20.3 Alice Killer, so he was sandbagging on that lap by the looks of it.
Maybe. But we're very close to the 18s from the first run alone, so...
Yeah, 1:19.0 from Ashbest, and of course the track will just get faster as this session develops.
And Groningsberg, let's see where he is. He has put in a 20.2.
Yeah, 1:20.2. 1.2 seconds off the pace at the moment. But you'd have thought with the lap he did on hard tyres in practice, he's got the pace to be up there. To probably get into the 18s. Robin's done a 1:20.3. Puts him faster than Alice Killer at the moment. Suomi 1:20.7. Illuminati with a 1:21.0 on mediums.
Chill Driver's a 21.2.
But also improving on this lap. He's made 1.5 seconds in the middle sector. This could be quite a quick lap from Chill Drive. 29.9 middle sector as opposed to a 21.3 that he'd done before. Fine chill drive as he finishes his lap. Coming through the chicane, final corner. This could be quite quick. I think it puts him second or third. It's third.
19.6. It's third place.
Behind Alice Killer, who's on a 19.5, and Ash Best, who's on a 19.0. I spotted that improvement in the middle sector and saw he was 1.4 seconds faster than his personal best. So clearly a massive mistake made on his previous best. There's an absolute gaggle of cars going through the middle sector here. Vitanov's just had to be let through by the Haas of Warlock, I believe. There's also a bit of lag going on. So, yeah, so far after the first runs, Ash Best has the fastest lap with a 1:19.0. Alice Killer half a second off, 1:19.3, but looks like he... Oh, I thought he was going to improve, but no, he's 4/10 off in Sector 1. Chill Drive in third with a 1:19.6. Warlock, 1:19.7. Tom Killer, 1:19.8. Groner's Beer with a 1:20.2. Robin, 1:20.3. Suomi, 1:20.4. And Calic Risk with a 1:20.8. So there are some drivers there that are really, really close to each other after that first run. Illuminati's lap on the mediums put him just outside the top 10.
Best still out on track on the first set, or has he gone out? New one. I think he's gone out on a new one. Well, it's pretty early.
I'm pretty sure Al's gone out on a new set. It is quite early to go out on another set, unless he wants to try and squeeze 3 runs in, which I don't think is possible.
Maybe, just about.
It's not easy. I think Austria is one of the only tracks where you can actually do 3 runs. And probably Monaco as well.
I think Monaco is one.
Austria is definitely one, as it's the shortest lap time on the calendar.
Yeah.
1:05, 1:06 laps. Yeah, definitely looks like he's on either an in or an out lap, Ash Best. I'd assume it's an out lap.
Yeah, he'll be going quick on his lap. I think he doesn't want to waste that much on his own lap.
Right on board with the guy who's currently fastest in this session, Ash Best 1:22. No, he's in the pit, so it is an in lap. Ruined my fun there. I was about to go on board with him for a flying lap. Alice Killer also out.
I'm going to be approaching the last chicane. He's going pretty quick, so I'd assume this is a flying lap, so let's see where this fits in. It was an out lap. Was it?
Was it? It just says it's gone. He's gone second on my screen with a 1:20.2.
That was the last lap.
So no, that's timing sheet's fucked up again. Yes, Lewis, it is short quality 50% with a 45-minute practice session as well.
Actually, you can join whatever point you want. I think you will get the truck.
You don't have to do the practice session if you don't want to. Just join towards the end of it so you can make it for quali.
As Maledictus is now finding himself in the wall in the exit of turn 4.
It's good we haven't seen anybody in the wall yet in this session. By this point, I think we had 2 people already out of practice by this point.
Chill drive on a flying lap, I'd assume.
Looks as though he is. Looks like he's aggressing quite a bit.
It's an out lap, okay. That's very interesting. Granny Beer, 22.2 and a 29.9, so not that bad at all. It's a 29.9 from Ash Best, but I think his first sector is going to let him down a bit. Over 1.5 tenths slower than Ash Best, and let's see where he goes.
Could still be quite close.
Yeah, it's a 19.4. I thought you went quicker, but he didn't.
It says 19.5 on my screen. Oh no, Groner's Beer, there we go, 19.4. It just moved him to 5th.
Yeah. I think it's like second.
Yeah, it should be. It's faster than Alice Killer, who was second with a 19.5, so...
Chill drive, just starting his lap. I'm gonna ride on board with him into turn 1, fourth gear for him. I think that's a corner cut, and it's not. So, either the first sector split he goes, and it's a 22.80, it wasn't valid, but it wasn't showing
18.9 from Alice Killer, there we go, it's in our first 1 minute 18 lap. Alice Killer has just put in a 1:18.934. Puts in fastest at the moment. Where is Tom Killer?
22.1 on the first sector. He's going to be all down to his second and third. Approaching turn 9, opening his DRS. And there's no 100-meter board there, which is going to definitely trouble.
Anybody who doesn't use Racing Line is going to have some difficulty there.
30.1, so 2/10 off Ash best, so...
Still could be enough to put him in the top 3, maybe.
Yeah, I think he's going to be lucky to get into the low 19s. Alice Killer retired now, so he's pretty comfortable with his lap.
Well, he won't have time to do another run.
Hope he didn't retire out of a crash, but Tom Killer across the line, it's a
1:19.4, which I think puts him third at the moment. Actually, 4.24, 4.43, no, it's fourth. He's slightly slower than Gronus Beer. By a couple of hundredths.
Three Belgian drivers there, Alice Killer, Tom Killer, and his beer.
Alice Killer still fastest at the moment. Is Ash Best on a lap? No, Ash Best is only... Is he? Oh, he's just been held up by Ginnis by the looks of it.
Oh.
Could well have cost him... That's definitely cost him any chance at pole position. So looks like pole position is going to go to Alice Killer.
Here, comes across the final corner. Let's see if he can improve. Across the line, is he going to be pole? No, it's not. Is it an improvement? Yes, it is. The 19.1, so very close between the top 3. It's an 18.9, the pole lap so far. But that's enough Killer from taking pole for the pre-season race. Up he goes. It's not going to be pole. Where is he put him? Not 3. I think that's 4th place. Killer.
Nice lag, Mike. Lewis, as this is an F2 race, no, you can't really join this one. And Ash, as it's a pre-season race, we won't be doing any stewards inquiries in this pre-season race unless there's something glaringly obvious. Unless there's something that is completely outrageous that we wouldn't stand for.
The official results will be up on the website, so obviously not giving points for this, bear in mind. So give it your best and show others that you can do well in round 1, come Australia.
Yeah, don't worry Ash, I did see that, but as this isn't an official race, stewards inquiries and penalties won't take effect yet until the season begins next week. So there's no point, there's no reporting anything.
Why are you coming to the pits? Foul? Foul? Foul?
Foul?
Where did that come from? Alright, so we're going to take you through the pecking order.
Once we actually get the grid order on the screen. Still waiting for Illuminati, who's in the pits.
I think we do have 3 Belgian drivers in the top 4.
I think we do, yeah. Separated by Ash Best. P1, P3 and P4 I think are taken up by Belgians. P2 by Ash Best. Who of course has a flag from Lithuania, which concerns me.
I think we weren't too much shy of predictions. But just Warlock surprised me down in 6th. Yeah.
Looked like he was on a good lap and then kind of buggered it up at the end. He was a 10th up in sector 1, 3 tenths up in sector 2, so it could have been on for a lap that could have pressed the top 3, top 4.
Obviously, Clemati on mediums and Guinness were 28.9, so 19.9, that was invalid. And John is going to take you through the grid order. We're going to be seeing it in a few minutes.
Right, so Alice Killer takes the pole position with a 1:18.9. The only person to break into the 1:18s. Ash Best with a 1:19.0, impeded on his follow-up lap. Gronisbeer, another Belgian, in third with a 1:19.182. Tom Killer fourth, 1:19.3. Chill Drive in fifth with a 1:19.6. Warlock Mina, the defending champion, 1:19.7. Suomi 1:19.7, Wallstrabert 1:20.2, Robin 1:20.3, and Maledictus makes up the top 10 with another 1:20.3. All the way down to Guinness in last, who didn't put in a competitive lap time of a 1:28.9.
So in the end, he didn't really benefit from qualifying on medium, did he? Because he's going to start on any tyre he wants midway, as he's starting down at 14th, just ahead of Guinness.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what tyres some of the guys outside the top 10 start on. The one thing I like is the fact of, as spectators, we don't need to ready up on the strategy screen like we did on 2016 to ruin the time. And we can see exactly who the first person to ready up is. And it's Chill Drive.
Yeah. Chill Drive.
That reminds me, that's something I need to add to the rules actually, is that waiting for the setup stuff. Literally just remembered about that, so I will add that.
I don't think anyone really needs more than 30 seconds to... I mean, honestly, the only thing you do is just allocating the tyre you're going to start in and the fuel you're going to begin the race with, so I think drivers are going to be ready for the start of the race, as we now have the countdown down to 0.
I have no camera. There we go. We are now away for the formation lap. Can I actually have something that isn't... Can I have a broadcast camera, please? No, it's going to just stick me in on board cameras for this entire formation lap.
Why
Why has it done this? Oh, there we go. Now we've got broadcast camera. I'm going to ignore my voice crack.
No, we're not.
Oh no. 9 people saw that. No.
Save video clip.
Oh, you bastard. Right, let's have a look at some of the back runners and see what tyres they are on. Guinness on softs. Illuminati on the hard tyres. So obviously going for a very long stint in the first stint. Kalak Rist on the softs. Vitanov on the hards as well. And Mitchell's on the softs. So there's nobody starting on the medium tyres at all throughout the field. Everybody's either on softs or hards. Unless somebody blew their tyres up, which I don't think anybody did. Nope.
Oh.
So all of the top 13 of the 15 drivers starting on soft tyres. It's only Illuminati and Vitanov starting on the hard tyres.
Alice Killer already ending his formation lap, a decent way ahead of second.
Oh, Guinness is off the formation lap. Naughty, naughty.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out in the chat, Lewis, about my voice crack. Thank you. I thought I could have got away with that.
But clearly not.
Why is my voice cracking? I'm 22.
Well,
Oh.
no, why are they all moving?
What? Why is Suomi... What is going on?
So we have 5 red lights and they are off, and Suomi's going to let them all through.
What is going on
Cleanly,
there?
well done him. Well, let's see now. Alice Killer defending first place from Ash Best. Is Ash Best going to go for a move? No, he's not. He's going to stay in P2. Alice Killer leading into turn 3, and there's a three-way scrap there for P5, I believe, or P4.
There's a car off wide. That's the Williams, I think.
Okay, Tom Killer. Oh, there's a Toro Rosso scrapping with a Haas. I think there was slight contact there. Maledictus is off. No, that's lag. There's a Williams off there.
Oh, there's a massive lag spike going on here where there's a Toro Rosso inside the Haas of Mitchell Gamer. That was Calic Rist, I think. No, it was Wallstrabert. Literally, they're inside each other. What on earth is going on here? Wallstrabert and Mitchell. This is one of the funniest things I think I've ever seen.
Oh no. Yeah, I'm seeing it right now. That's the thing.
Oh no! I completely agree with you, Hasnane. GG Cody's. What is this?
And away we go.
What an interesting start to the race. They're still inside each other.
Okay, let's go on board with the leaders. Alice Killer has done a bit of a gap to Ash Best. It's about 5 tenths, 6 tenths. And it was chill drive, unfortunately, with the gravel in the turn 4 corner.
It was turn 3, he was very wide in turn 3, so I don't know whether he lost grip there as a result of that.
Vitanov and Guinness in the pits.
Well, that's a bit of a shame for Vitanov because he did start on the hard tyres. So he's already ruined his one set of hard tyres.
Vitanov is serving and drive-through, he didn't hit.
Ah, okay. I'm still mystified as to what happened off that start, as to why Suomi was about 200 metres up the track.
Yeah.
What the hell? It was weird.
Yeah, I saw Red Bull moving as well because I was in a chase cam with Alice Killer. You could just see the Red Bull moving up to the start, and oh my goodness me, the Haas and the Toro Rosso just...
Are they still inside each other? Oh,
they are on top of each other, which is even worse
me.
now. This is, they are being normal.
Looks like Wallstrabert's got a bit of a gap now, so hopefully that'll stop that from happening.
Don't know what a Haas and a top would make, but...
Oh, I don't know. Some very weird kind of babies.
Ash Best right behind Alice Killer is very determined to take the lead of this race.
Oh yeah, look at him right in his slipstream, right in his gearbox. Looks like he might make contact there though, coming out of the final corner. It's either that or it was lag.
Ash Best with a quick stop. Ferrari. They're going to be side by side, and I think Ash Best is going to back out of this.
Yeah, good defending so far from Alice Killer. Good defending into turns 1 and 2. Nah, Ash Best looks like he's the faster of the two drivers at the moment, but just determined to get that move done so he can pull away a lead, because it's allowing Gronisbeer to catch up and maybe get in with a sniff as well.
Fortunately, Walter is some...
Nice lag.
Sick.
I know, right?
Oh, Alice Killer's lost it. Alice Killer's in the wall.
Oh no! From the lead of the race. Was it out of turn 9?
Turn 9. Gravel, and he's that. Alice Killer, pole man, and he was leading the first 3 laps with heavy fuel. I don't think he made the most out of practice, and now he's in the wall. So, big punishment for Alice Killer there.
That's gifted Ash Best the lead of the race. Saves him having to try and overtake him, and maybe you can try and get a gap to Gronisbeer now behind. The one big gainer I've seen from the start of this race is Mitchell. He's up into 5th, and him and Wallstrabert are inside each other again. Wonderful. As Mitchell started in, I think it was 11th place, I think Mitchell started in the race, and he's now up into 5th and 6th. Literally making babies with the Toro Rosso of Wallstrabert for P5. This is absolutely extraordinary.
So yeah, heavy fuel on the cars. I'm not sure if anyone actually practiced with heavy fuel in the 45 minutes they got to offer.
I think a couple of people did comment on my stream to say that they were on about 30 laps of fuel or something, or 30 litres of fuel, one or the other.
Okay. So we have the top.
Illuminati looks like he's run into trouble, as so far down in last.
So yeah, he's in 14th. Let's get his left the session.
Well, his car is in bits in the wall, so go for an early shower. Yeah, it was kind of like a 3-legged race, hasn't it? Is Groningsbeard pitted? I think he's just pitted. Yeah, Groningsbeard's just pitted. Very early to make a stop. Only on lap 4 he dives into the pits for medium tyres. Maybe trying to go for that undercut to try and get past. Fly on the fresh tyres.
Convert to a 2-stop now, surely.
Yeah, he'll definitely have to 2-stop, but even if, unless he fitted the hards. If he'd fitted the hards, the 1-stop was doable, but on those mediums, they're not doing 28 laps. Absolutely no chance.
On the thing with the hards, it would go to the end.
He'd be struggling with the hards to do 28, 29 laps. And he's come out in 10th, just in front of the McLaren of Maledictus.
Now your leader, Ash Best, has got a 2.6 seconds gap to Warlock Mania.
Nice lag from Tom Killer there in 3rd place. Mitchell now up into 4th. From 11th on the grid.
You see, starting on soft, gave him a bit of an advantage to the other 5 people that started outside the top 10, so...
Oh, Wallström! Oh no, I just caught the end of the start of that.
Oh,
Coming through the right-hander in the final sector. He's caught too much of the curve and his car's just got into a spin. He's in the grass. He's gone down from position 5 to position 10. Probably even worse than that now. Groningsbeard's got in front of him. And he's spun again in the next corner. He's got all the grass on his tyres. What a disaster for Wallström. Great start to get himself up into 5th position. And he's still spinning. He needs to be careful with the amount of grass he's got on his tyres. Oh, almost caused a crash with the Mercedes of Vitanov, I think it was there. And he's even spun in the pit lane. Oh, dearie me. Absolute disaster for Wallström. From 6th to pretty much last. As Ginnis is going to take 12th, and it will be, yeah. Ginnis and Illuminati right next to each other and have just overtaken him now.
Illuminati right behind Guinness. Guinness is going to defend that 13th place right up in the pit lane exit line.
Oh, Illuminati is going to want to make up for the poor start where he had to pit on the first lap.
And he's in front of him, so Guinness has to settle for 13th, and Wallström just comes out in 14th.
Guinness was very wide out of turn 3. And now Illuminati's got a 14-second gap to Vitanov in front, so he's going to have to get his head down and put in some quick laps if he wants to stand a chance of points in this race.
As Warlock's not falling too far back from Ash Best, the gap is now, let's see...
3.6 seconds. He's lost 7 tenths in that last sector, though. So as you say, he's not falling back. Guinness is out.
Guinness is tied. Guinness is out, and the safety car is on for this league, so we might see... I think it's turn 9, now it's turn 8. That's a very strange place, but I don't know if he retires.
Oh, chill drive right on the back of Calic Wrist for position 6 here.
Chill drive after disaster of turn 4 in the first lap. Now he's in the back of the Toro Rosso of Calic Wrist, and he's gonna shape up a move on the Toro Rosso driver.
I thought he was going to shape up on the move into turn 1, but he's just got very close and hit his... Oh, there's the dive bomb into turn 5.
Cost him. Make the switch back.
Yeah, he's gone way too deep as a result of the dive bomb. Maybe a little bit too aggressive there from Chill Drive. Unable to get the move stick. Yeah, I agree. Definitely too impatient. Tried to do a Ricardo-style dive bomb and almost ended up off the track as a result.
Let's see now into turn 10. Nothing there. So I
reckon he's learned his lesson.
Yeah, main straight DRS and pass him normally.
He's really getting close. He's tapping the back end of Calic Wrist there.
Yeah, these softs are really looking degraded there. Really worn. Are we going to see a pit stop? No, we're not so far. But you can open the DRS now. Is his straight line speed good enough? There's a bit of lag there.
Pulls the left-hand side. He's going to try and go around the outside of turn 1 here.
Breaks him.
He's still there on the outside and up the inside of turn 2. They're still side by side. What a great move.
He makes the move.
What a great move that was from Chill Drive. Round the outside of turn 1, up the inside of turn 2, and holds it through turn 3 to get into position 5. And now he's going to catch up to the Renault of Robin. Maledictus is out. I don't know where that's happened, but We're now down to just 12 runners, I think, in this race. Yes, we are. Wallström in last and 12th after his absolute disaster a couple of laps ago. So Ash Best leads with a 4-second gap to Warlock in second. Mitchell is now into a podium position. So we have seen a pit stop from Tom Killer, I think. Was it Tom Killer that pitted? I think it was. Yeah. No, he pitted a while ago.
Okay.
He pitted quite early on, so it was Tom Killer that pitted, which has now moved Mitchell into third position. Robin in fourth in the Renault. Chill Drive into fifth after the wonderful overtake he made on Calic Wrist around the outside of turn one.
Warlock in the pits.
Warlock is in the pits.
On mediums.
Warlock Manir.
So Ashbear's still staying out. Is this gonna mean he's gonna do the one stop and perhaps on the mediums as well? I don't know. Well, Mitchell up into P2 now.
Be interesting to see where Warlock comes out. He's very close to Tom Killer here, I think. I think he's come out in front of Tom Killer. Or is that Gronis bit? Yeah, it's Tom Killer.
No,
He's come out in front of Tom Killer, yeah.
As I think we might see a three-way battle now as Beer is catching slowly but surely Calic Wrist and Chill Drive and Robin on the Renault. So we might see a four-way battle for the maybe net podium perhaps, if everyone's on the effective one stop now, so one stop remaining for everyone.
And we'll see Ash Best, his tyres are starting to look pretty worn as well by the looks of the camera, so he's got to pit quite soon. Still staying out again for another lap. That start his 10th lap on these tyres, as well as the qualifying run he did on them.
So I would assume Mitchell's staying out. No, he's in the pits. So
Mitchell's dived in. So that will promote Robin to second. No, Robin's pitting as well, as is Chill Drive. Calic Wrist stays out, so Calic Wrist will move into second position. And Groner's Beer into third.
This will be interesting. Mitchell is going to put on the medium tyres. Let's see. Robin on the hards. Chill Drive on the hard as well, I believe. Yeah, he's on the hard, so I think Chill Drive and Robin are going to be going to the end. A bit slowly, if you want to say it like that, but Swam is out of the race. So
oh dear. A disappointing start from him because of course he was desynced on the start and in front of everybody at the start. So had to let everybody through, and his race is now at an end. And Shimasi, I think the couple of people that just pitted for hards answers your question. Yeah, the soft hard should be easily possible.
Is Shimasi on the stream?
Shimasi has just joined the stream, yes.
Hello.
Michael says hello. I'm sure you just heard him.
And yeah, indeed, Groner's Beer right
on the back of Calic Wrist, yeah.
And he's going to get held up here, which is going to allow Warlock and Tom Killer to catch up.
Ash Best is in the pits, by the way, so I'm going to keep an eye on Ash Best's pit stop.
Alright, let's see how he comes out though, because Warlock and Tom Killer and Groner's Beer have got a big undercut. So Groner's Beer got past Calic, who has pitted now.
Ash Best is going to come out in clear air on his own in front. Groner's Beer second, with Warlock in third. After all of the front runners have made their pit stops. So that is the actual standings for 1 to 4. Ash Best, Groner's Beer, Warlock Manir and Tom Killer, with Mitchell in 5th, some way behind.
Well, Groner's Beer is certainly closer to Ash Best, but with new tyres I think Ash will pull away.
And Calic Wrist has just come out of the pits behind Chill Drive, so he's down in 8th.
Just an update on the penalties. Ash Best got a warning, Groner's Beer hasn't got anything, Warlock hasn't got anything, Tom Killer hasn't got anything. 2 warnings for Mitchell, 2 warnings for Robin, 2 warnings for Chill Drive. Calic Wrist has nothing. Bittenov indeed had a drive-through in the start and now he's got a penalty. And Tom Killer, Illuminati 10th, hasn't got anything either, so pretty clean all in all.
Illuminati will be happy to be in the points after the fact that he pitted very early on. Must have had some form of accident on the first lap. So I think for him to be in the points, he'll be quite happy with that.
be right back.
Oh, I was about to go as well. That would have been awkward leaving you with no commentators. Oh, Tom Killer catching up to the back of Warlock Minear. Looks like he could try and line up a move in the next couple of laps. He's still within that DRS range. Tom Killer and the McLaren. Let's see what their last 2 lap times were. Warlock, of course, on the medium tyres as well. Warlock did a 122.7. Tom Killer a 122.8. So actually lost 1/10 on that last lap to Warlock, even though he is on the softer compound tyre. Just keep running through the rest of the field, see if there's anything else going on. Mitchell's got a bit of a gap to Robin behind him. Robin is under pressure from Chill Drive here for position 6. Climbing through the field, trying to send a message after he crashed out very early on in practice. On the hard tyres, Chill Drive, so we should be looking to go to the end on those. Catching up to the back of the Renault of Robin, who I believe is on the mediums. No, he's on the hards as well, both of them on the hard tyres. Massive amount of understeer there for Chill Drive and the dirty air coming through 9. As Ash Best goes purple with a 121.8. Will Chill Drive get a good run with DRS and the slipstream down the home straight? I don't think so. I think he's too far back to be able to try the move down the into turn 1. Nice bit of lag there, thank you. Oh, he's really broke late there and almost hit the back of Robin into turn 1. That was very close. Properly late lunge from Chill Drive. He's tried that once already in this race and it didn't work out for him. This time it didn't cost him too much time, if any at all. And we'll wait and see what happens with that in a couple of laps' time. Push further forward, see if... Yeah, Tom Killer has got past Warlock and moves into 3rd position. I'm sorry I missed that. I knew he was catching, but his pace on the lap before didn't seem good enough for him to keep up. But he has managed to work his way past Warlock Mina and move himself into position 3 behind Gronisbeer and Ash Best. Ash Best pulling away out front as well. He's got a good little gap to Gronisbeer behind. Seems to be the quickest guy on track now that Alice Killer's out of the way. He crashed of his own accord through turn 9 early on in the race. And Illuminati on the back of Vitanov as well. Coming down the home straight, this could be something to watch. Pulls into the slipstream. Vitanov doing a bit of weaving there, leaves him the outside. The harder overtaking angle. We've already seen Chill Drive pull off a wonderful overtake on the outside of turn 1. And Illuminati is about to do the same, but this time on the outside of 2. That was great. Forced to the outside line, but then Vitanov went too deep into turn 1 and took the tight line into 2, and Illuminati's flown around his outside, adjusted his line, flown around the outside of turn 2, and has taken 9th position. Wonderful overtake. As Vitanov now runs deep out of turn 4, the pressure of losing the position has got to him, and he's in the gravel. So much happening there in such a short space of time. That could lose Vitanov a point position, as well as Wallstraber is right behind him. Now Vitanov has called it a day and given up. Bit of a shame there, really. But it is only a pre-season race. Chill Drive still hasn't managed to find a way past Robin. Seems to be maintaining the gap at the same gap it was before. Doesn't seem to be gaining very much time down the straight either. We'll see if he tries to do another audacious lunge in the braking zone. Alright, Jamasi, enjoy the football. See you in a bit.
As we're now down to just 10 runners. Oh, I almost caught Ash Best there having a massive mistake. He was on the gravel there on the exit of turn 9. That was close. Because that was what happened to Alice Killer, to see him come out of the race as he made a massive mistake in turn 9. And now Warlock is right on the back of Tom Killer again. So Tom Killer's soft tyres not giving him the grip he needs anymore as Warlock's catching him quick. Love can see whether Warlock tries to go for the move down the home straight and into turn 1. He'll have the DRS. Yeah, DRS wide open in the back of that Ferrari. He's catching him quick down the straight. Pulls up to the inside. Side by side through turn 1 and through 2. And gets the move done. Good move from Warlock Mina. Round the outside of turn 2 on Tom Killer. Seems to be a very common overtaking place for drivers around here is into turn 1. Though of course it is probably the main overtaking spot. As Ash Best has now pulled up a 4-second gap to Gronus Beer behind, but Warlock Manir now up into 3rd position on those medium tyres, and you'd have thought Tom Killer's probably going to pit again soon, as those soft tyres seem to be going off pretty quickly. What's happened to Chill Drive? Chill Drive has come into the pits again. Come off his hard tyres, so I don't know whether he's made contact with the back of Robin and got damage. He's pitted for mediums, which he'll take to the end of the race. And he's rejoined in last position. Even behind Columinati, who had a disastrous start. Columinati's fitted the hard tyres to take to the end of the race, so he's going to try and push as hard as he possibly can to the end of the race. He's got 10 seconds to Wallstrabert in front. And now Robin right on the back of Calic Wrist for 6th position. Robin on the hards, Calic Wrist on the mediums. So you thought Robin's tyres would be slightly fresher at this stage of the race. But gets a bad exit out of the chicane and the final corner, loses a bit of time there. He was right up his rear end coming into that final chicane. And they're somewhere behind now afterwards. Who's that who's pitted in front? It's Tom Killer that has dived into the pits for hard tyres, so he has got off those soft tyres that were giving him no grip, and he has come out in front of the battling pair of Calic Wrist and Robin. So he's in 5th. It's only cost him 1 position at the end of the day. Gronis Beer's also pitted, doing the same thing, pitted for hard tyres to take to the end. Which has promoted Mitchell to 3rd place, who I'd assume would still have to pit once more, maybe for soft tyres at the end of the race. Warlock in 2nd, and Ash Best with a nice 10-second gap out front now.
Joe Drive with a B9.
And Gronus is catching quick to Mitchell as well, so that could be a nice little battle, nice tasty battle to watch. Robin, there we go, again right on the back of Calic Wrist, can't seem to get past him. And again, a lot of understeer coming through the long right-hander. Oh, hits his back end coming into the chicane. He's had to take an alternative corner cutting line there to avoid contact again. Hello, Edward. Calic Wrist running wide out the final corner. That's allowed Robin a great drive out of the final corner. DRS slipstream. Will he go for the move into turn 1? Pulls to the inside. No, he brakes a bit too early to try and get the move done up the inside of turn 1, so he sticks behind him and stays in position 7. Ignore my telephone. Gronus Beer also catching up to the back of Mitchell Gamer. Even though Gronus is on the hard tyres, Mitchell, I believe, does have to pit again. So this is for legitimately 3rd place in the race. Mitchell not exactly taking a great line through the long right-hander. Could allow Gronus Beer to make it some time. Very wide there again. Mitchell through the next corner as well. Mitchell seems to be struggling a bit now. Grody's now right up the back of Mitchell Gamer. DRS wide open in the Red Bull. Look at the gain of speed as well. He's getting slowly catching him, is he? It's hard to tell because of Mitchell's lag. No, he's not catching him quick enough. He's going to have to sit behind again. Grody's been clearly running very low, very high wings. Not getting the same effect in the straight lines that Mitchell seems to be getting. Stick with this battle for a little bit, as this could get quite interesting. Grody's on the hards. Mitchell on the mediums. Big lock-up from Mitchell. Mitchell seems to be making a few little mistakes now that he's under pressure from the driver behind, from Gronisbeer behind. Again, not trying to move in any dangerous locations. He's waiting for the ideal overtaking opportunity, which will probably be at the end of the straight out of 9 and into the braking zone for turn 10. DRS open again for Gronisbeer. Camera angle doesn't really give me an idea. He's stayed behind him. It looked like he tried to go around the outside and then thought better of it and tucked in behind him again. Oh, he's hit the back end! Under braking. I don't know whether he's got any damage or not. It doesn't appear as though he does, but he has just tapped the back end of Mitchell there. Mitchell wants to hold on to this third place desperately, and Gronisbeer wants to take it back. Because all of this is losing him time on the guys behind and on the guys in front. Again, yeah, not catching up with the DRS. So clearly very high wings being run by Gronisbeer. Not making any time down the straights, and then has compromised his line into 2 with a very wide exit in 1. Mitchell's got his back end slid out of 3 and has pretty much gifted the position there to Gronisbeer. Big mistake from Mitchell. I thought Gronisbeer had made the mistake in turn 2 by running wide. Mitchell's now apparently just lost his front wing. I don't know what's going on there, whether there's desynchronization going on between cars, because of course Mitchell was going inside cars at the start of the race. But he's now down into 5th position. Not quite sure what's going on there. Tom Killer moves up into 4th, Gronisbeer up into 3rd, but is 19 seconds behind Warlock in 2nd and Ash Best in the lead. I will leave you on board with Ash Best for a moment, as I need to go to the toilet.
There's not much happening. Ash Best is still pulling away from Warlock. And we're expecting a Force India and a Ferrari on the podium. Probably seen another Ferrari on the podium, have not Alice Killer blown up in the 3rd lap of this race after losing the back end in turn 9. And we're left off with Ash Best leading, Warlock in 2nd, Gronisbeer 4 in 3rd, Tom Killer in 4th, Alan Christ in 5th, and Mitchell is now pitting after hitting an invisible wall. There's a Renault pitting as well. Mitchell puts on the soft compound. Feeling that he's going to jump here, I believe. Let's see. Mitchell's out of the pits, and yeah, he's going to get jumped by both Kilominati and Shill Drive, who has now got DRS on Kilominati. So let's see what happens here. So Kilominati lost the back end, and Shill Drive is right on the back of him.
Right, apologies for that. I'm back.
Defending.
As Ash Best is pulling up even more of a gap now to Warlock Minear. Gap is 11.5 seconds. Gronisbeer a further 20 seconds behind. Tom Killer another 4 seconds behind him.
It's a bad Wilson.
Calic Rist in 5th. What's happened, Mitchell, with the Toro Rosso? I don't know whether I saw that on camera or not. On my screen, you just stopped midway through turn 4 and lost your front wing. Illuminati up into 6th place after the start he had to this race. I'm pretty sure he will take 6th position. Oh! Illuminati's gone deep into the hairpin though, and Chill Driver's tapped his front left, I think, though. I'm trying to storm his way past. I don't know whether there was a dive bomb in that. But Chill Drive's now up into position 6. And he's going to look to fly away on the medium tyres compared to Illuminati's hards, but Illuminati could come back at him depending on what wings he's running down this straight. Yeah, he is going to try and come back at him around the outside of turn 1. Chill Drive trying to give him as little space as possible on the outside. Holds his line on the inside very well and keeps hold of position 6. Better grip on those medium tyres, I think, from Chill Drive.
Now Wolfsburg's got a lap now for much best.
As a Warlock Manir is in the pits for the final time, he should be fitting on a set of soft tyres to go to the end of the race. He is indeed. Maybe going to try and go for the fastest lap of the race. While he's at it, it'll be quite close between him and Groner's Beer coming out the pits as well. I reckon Groner's Beer might just have him, but it could be close. Yeah, Groner's Beer will take second place by the looks of it. Just about. But of course, with the soft tyres now fitted to Warlock's car, he should be looking to take that second place back very, very soon. Groner's Beer going to the end on those hards, so this is for position 2 in the race. There he goes immediately into turn 4, tries to go for the lunge. Still tries to go for the lunge, almost looks like he forces Groner's Beer a bit wide and takes the position, takes second position. I'm not sure there was any contact, but it looked like he kind of almost pressured him into running wide out of turn 4.
Robin and Mitchell are going side by side.
So that is second place gain for Warlock Manir, the defending F2 champion. Chill Drive and Illuminati still quite close to each other on track. I thought Chill Drive might have been able to get a better lap under his belt due to having the softer compound tyres. As Mitchell is right on the back of the Renault of Robin 8F for 8th position. After a little bit of a problem earlier on, a few laps ago for Mitchell, apparently with a Toro Rosso of Calic wrist. He's going to try and want to make up for it and overtake Robin here for 8th. There's also still the battle between Illuminati and Chill Drive for 6th. Mitchell on the soft tyres as well, so he's on the faster compound. Doesn't get a good exit out of the chicane though and has lost a lot of time there. Won't be able to get the move done down this straight, I wouldn't have thought. And Illuminati, also the other Haas driver, too far behind his battle. Warlock pulling away from Gronis as well as you'd expect on the soft tyres. I'm assuming Ash Best has also pitted. Yes, he has, from the lead of the race on the soft tyres. Is that you I can hear, Michael?
Hello.
Oh, you're actually alive, Jesus.
Talking.
Oh, I couldn't hear you through my headset, because my headset must have been playing up. Or you were lagging so much that I couldn't hear you. I don't know, one of the two. Yeah, apologies if I was cutting you off there. I had no idea you were talking.
No, it's okay. I was just a bit confused. I thought my mic was having an issue.
I don't know, we'll see whether anybody in the stream could hear you. Could you hear yourself in the stream?
I didn't click in it, but I don't know. Maybe not.
Is there any other battles going on?
Wait, what? It said Chill Drive was 10th and now it says he's 6th.
Yeah, Chill Drive and Illuminati, as you said, still pretty close. They've been that way for a few laps. Don't know whether Mitchell's run into trouble again trying to overtake Robin, because he's lost some time.
Walsher, the poor guy. It's been on the back for 20 laps now.
Yeah, of course he had that massive accident where he spun coming out of the long right-hander and then just kept spinning every single corner afterwards.
Yeah. Got lapped as well now.
Yeah, that coupled with pretty much going inside Mitchell throughout the first stint.
Who's not quite been lapped yet.
He was lapped, but now Ashbest pitted.
Oh yeah, Ashbest pitted, didn't he, for a fresh set of softs.
Nothing going on right now. Chill Drive and Illuminati kind of in a battle.
I don't think Illuminati's got enough grip on his hard tyres to really mount a good challenge to Chill Drive. Are you right to check the penalties for me, Mike?
Yeah, I was just about to say Warlock's got a bit of a grapple on his from left.
That could have been coming out of turn 9, maybe.
I think it was on the exit of the corner after the hairpin in the third sector.
Yeah, okay.
Ashbeth got one warning. Warlock has one warning. Gordon Beer hasn't got a single warning.
Good driving from him then. Good driving from both of them.
Chill Drive has got 3 penalties and 2 warnings, so straight into the deep end there from 6th place. And now Kill him now. He's got. Oh yeah, it's got
Can we people out the Warlock's got number 1 on his car?
What?
Warlock's got the number 1 on his car.
Really?
Yeah, he does. What? You can do that if you win the championship in career mode. You can get the number 1 on your car, but I didn't realise it carried over into multiplayer. Yeah, I know.
Okay.
It's interesting. Unless I'm completely blind and I'm reading 7 as a 1, but it definitely he wouldn't have 7 because it's Raikkonen's number. No.
My it's 1. That's an interesting spot there. Yeah, Kilnati's got 6 warnings in the last. Oh dear! As I say that, Jesus Christ, he's got another 3 warnings now on the last lap.
What is going on here? Oh, there's another warning there. I've just seen him get another one there. Illuminati seems to be pushing a little bit too hard.
Yeah, to catch a Chill Drive.
Yeah, I mean, I know Chill Drive's got a lot of penalties, but... Oh, as Ashbest has just gone fastest with a 120.3, apparently.
And Robin's got 2 penalties too, but certainly not as many as Illuminati. Mitchell, penalty and 2 warnings, and Walsher doing good with 1 penalty only.
Good driving from the front drivers, it seems, because, as you said, warnings for the first 2. Illuminati's in the pits. I thought he might have been able to take his tyres to the end, so I don't know if he's got damage. It's interesting. Or maybe he was genuinely struggling on those hard tyres.
I think just seen the penalties go on the last couple of laps and you're just going for the fastest lap now, perhaps on these softs.
Yeah, it could be a possible strategy plan. He has put him down into 9th, which apart from Walsher is last in the race, and he's about to be overtaken for 9th, so Illuminati rejoins in last position.
And he's lapped, so...
And he is now a lap down.
This is going to be crucial for his race. This is going to be crucial because if he gets lapped, then that's going to be extremely difficult to unlap himself.
Yeah, he has been lapped, and Ashbest still flying on those soft tyres, so it's going to be very difficult for him to unlap himself, so he's stuck a lap down, meaning he's only got 4 laps left of his race.
I had this very same situation as Kilnati, like in League last year on the same track, where I was last and I wanted to do the fastest lap, and I got lapped with 3 or 4 cars, and I had to like almost like in qualifying just find a bit of place. I think that's what
they have to back off a bit. The only advantage Illuminati's got is if he can sit behind Ashbest, because Ashbest will be lapping Cadet Wrist any minute now. Well, not Cadet Wrist, sorry, Bolstrebert.
I'm gonna have a commentator for F1. You're not gonna have a commentator for the F1 pre-season?
Oh, bloody hell phase. As there goes Ash Best past the Toro Rosso of Wolstrabert. So they're now, 2 drivers are now 1 lap down. On lap 30 of 33, because of course I'm looking at drivers that are a lap down. Oh, bloody hell. Illuminati very close to Wolstrabert actually there. Trying to get around the outside of turn 3. He's gone very wide off track. Nice lag there from Illuminati. Teleported forwards and then backwards. Robin is now close to Chill Drive. I don't know whether that's Chill Drive's made a mistake and he's pitted or something, but... I don't know, that seems strange. Look at Chill Drive's lap times. Has he made any mistakes? No, he's still pretty consistent with his lap times, but he's getting a lot of warnings, Chill Drive. 3 penalties and 2 warnings. Gotta be very careful. Because he could
It's not too far away from, I'll say Robin, because Robin is on a chart right now.
Yeah, Robin is right behind Chill Drive. Oh, massive double lockup though.
He hasn't got fuel to burn, so...
I don't think Chill Drive's not really had fuel to burn most of the race, but he does now.
He's on yellow. So now it's
Gronisbeer is getting quite close to Warlock. Only 2 seconds between them at the moment.
Yeah, none of them with penalties, I don't think.
No, I think you should remember you saying that Gronisbeer and Tom Killer don't have any warnings at all.
Warlock has got 2 warnings now, so he's on the edge of getting a penalty.
And of course he might have to put the hammer down a little bit as he is getting caught up by Gronisbeer behind.
I'm getting a mistake there from Gronisbeer. He seems to be changing the fuel mixer. Caliquid back into the yellow zone on the fuel. It's been there for a long time, so let's see if he's just forgot the fuel. And by going for the move now into turn 5, a slight lag there from Chill Drive. So Robin's lost a bit of time there.
I don't know if he's got any damage or anything. I don't know if there was any contact, so I've only just caught up with this battle.
Yeah, but he really needs to conserve his fuel because he's been on the yellow.
Oh, he's just gone into the clear.
Yeah, oh yeah, okay, that's good then.
So it wasn't too far in the fuel. He's probably about half a 0.05 of a lap under or something like that.
Yeah.
And he's back into the yellow again. So he could be quite close on fuel at the end. He might have to run lean in the final sector of the last lap, maybe. Chill Drive runs very wide out of the final corner.
Robin, slipstream. He's got limited fuel to burn, so now he's going down to rich mix or standard.
Oh, there's a bit of contact in the braking zone. I think Robin got a bit of a lock-up coming into turn 1. But he does get past Chill Drive and into position 6. I'll be careful because Chill Drive might try the move back at the inside of 4, which he does. Robin turns in a little bit. There is contact there. Chill Drive half spins. Doesn't look like he's got any damage though, so that's a positive from that. It was an aggressive dive bomb, but there's also aggressive defending, so both of them being maybe a little bit too feisty there in their attempts to try and overtake each other. About the only thing going on track. That was about the only thing going on track, and now Robin's already pulled out a gap to Chill Drive.
No, but we are gonna ride on board with our race leader and winner of the pre-season race here, Ash Best in the Force India.
He did tell us he had good pace.
I believe.
He did.
Yep. And he was sticking behind Alice for the first couple of laps. Then Alice went to Narnia in the third lap of this race, and from then on in, it was just straight domination from the Lithuanian driver in the Force India, and he comes across the line to win the pre-season race. Ash Best wins in Spain, and with it takes 0 points.
But does take bragging rights. That's the only thing you can say.
Warlock with the number 1, obviously reigning champion, so I guess that's why he did it.
It's probably a good shout, actually.
He comes across the final corner, and he's going to take P2.
Gronisbeer is going to finish behind him in 3rd. Tom Killer in the McLaren coming around the final corner in 4th.
So really, we have the...
Oh, Robin's right on the back of Calic Wrist. Could he maybe make a move into the final sector?
How does he have penalties? Robin. 2, 3 penalties. Calic Wrist hasn't got anything, so...
So there's no point in Robin trying the move. He's got so many penalties. It looked like he tried to make a lunge out of desperation into the chicane there, but too little, too late. Calic Wrist will hold on to 5th. Robin in 6th. Chill Drive, of course, has a lot of penalties as well, so I doubt he'll lose 6th position there. Chill Drive crosses in 7th. And Mitchell is in 8th. He's going to be the last person to cross the line as everybody else is a lap down. There we go. Mitchell Gamer crosses the line. Well done to Ash Best. Fastest, proving that he was the fastest guy on the first day of probably competitive ERL racing, as the other times we just had trial races. This has been the first time where drivers are really taking it seriously, I'd have thought.
The podium celebrations here. Alice Killer seeing this top 3 must be thinking, I could be there and I could be celebrating and holding that trophy that the Force India driver is now holding. And yep, the Force India team obviously looking happy, not used to seeing the pink suit on the top step. So yep, some scenes here in Spain. Ash Best wins by over 22 seconds from the reigning champion in the Ferrari. Warlock Mania in 2nd. Gronisbeer in 3rd, having qualified in 3rd. Tom Killer, another Belgian driver, in 4th, from 4th place on the grid. 34 seconds from Ash Best. And then we go to Caliquist in 5th. Robin in 6th. Shieldrive in 7th. And got penalties for these guys as well. We go to Mitchell Gamer in 8th, Illuminati 9th, and Wolsterbert in 10th. Both of them a lap down, I believe.
Yep, and, 9th and 10th were a lap down.
Yep, that was the 10 finishers for this race. Strong mention from the DNF runners was Alice Killer, obviously, retiring on lap 3, turn 9. Maybe retiring from the pressure of Ash Best and the other Ferrari of Warlock, but yeah, we don't know. We're gonna see in Australia how everyone fares. Hopefully a stronger turnout for the first race, and we'll see you there. I'm going to it's goodbye, and see you in round 1, Melbourne.
Goodbye.